Good morning, good morning, good morning. Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. This is the pre-show mantra. The show will start momentarily. I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to be rich. I deserve to be wealthy. I deserve to be free. The more you learn, the more you earn. Thereby, the more you earn, the more you learn. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. I am confident in my abilities to make great investments. The stock market is a machine, and I am more than capable of operating this machine. My body grows stronger every day. I nourish my body with healthy choices. Every cell in my body is thriving. My body heals quickly and easily. I am grateful for my health, strength, and vitality. I am awake and present. I am connected to the universe. I have everything I need right now. I am grateful for my consciousness. I am clear, calm, and peaceful. The answers are inside me. I am intuitive, and I trust my intuition. I practice letting go of what does not serve me. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Let's get started, y'all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you are tuning in from around the globe. Welcome to $1 Trillion Tickers. This is a live market breakdown covering the $1 trillion stocks, SPX, NAS 100, SPY, and QQQ. We cover pre-market levels, opening bell moves, and headlines moving the market today, or headlines associated with our $1 trillion stocks. Quick disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. This is for education and entertainment only. Always do your own research, but you can use this show as a foundation. We'll be looking at charts, news, crypto levels, and some motivation along the way. Let's get into it. All right, so the most valuable company in the world, NVIDIA, has a $4.4 trillion market cap. Number 2 is Apple. It has a $4 trillion market cap. Number 3 is Google. It has a $3.7 trillion market cap. Microsoft, number 4, $3.6 trillion market cap. Amazon, number 5, $2.4 trillion market cap. Meta is number 6, $1.66 trillion market cap. Tesla is number 7 at $1.62 trillion market cap. AVGO, number 8, at $1.61 trillion market cap. Number 9 is TSM, $1.5 trillion market cap. And number 10, Berkshire.B, $1 trillion market cap, y'all. All right, let's start with NVIDIA. Pre-market low, $181.83. Pre-market high, $183.83. Apple pre-market low, $270.77. Pre-market high, $271.67. Google pre-market low of $308.50. Pre-market high of $310.41. Microsoft pre-market low $484.51. and a pre-market high of $486.35. Amazon, pre-market low of $227.72 and a pre-market high of $228.69. Meta, pre-market low of $659.64, pre-market high $662.73. AVGO, pre-market low of $338.52, pre-market high $341.86. Tesla, pre-market low of $486.52 and a pre-market high of $490.96. TSM, pre-market low $293.30 and a pre-market high of $295.10. Berkshire.B, pre-market low $489.99 and a pre-market high of $499.86. The VIX is at 1443. SPY, pre-market low $683.32 and a pre-market high of $685.57. QQQ, pre-market low of $617.35 and a pre-market high of $620.18. SPX, with a pre-market low of $6,860 and a pre-market high of $6,883. And the NASDAQ 100, pre-market low $25,370 and a pre-market high of $25,489. All right. So our first piece of news here comes from Google. This was a tweet from TrendSpider. So if you look at this chart here that was posted by TrendSpider, it shows a weekly chart. And it also shows that there's a new street high analyst target of $400, y'all. There is a new target for Google of $400. That is highlighting potential upside amid recent AI-driven momentum. On December 5th, Pivotal Research upgraded its target from 350 to 400, citing Google's cloud revenue growth exceeding 30% year over year and Google's strengthening AI position. Shout out to the Google shareholders. There is a new target of 400 because right now we are trading at 309. So that's a lot of upside. All right. This next piece of news comes from Berkshire. Warren Buffett himself. This is Warren Buffett's last week as CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. This is marking the end of his 60-year leadership that grew the company's market cap from $19 million in 1965 to over $1 trillion today. Ooh, man, you talk about growth. That's legendary. And it's those type of numbers that are the reason that people say he's the greatest investor of all times. From 19 million to over 1 trillion. Now, it did take 60 years to do it, and that shows you that investing is a decade over decade path. it's a marathon, not a sprint. But if you stay invested and stick to the plan, continually invest in the market through the highs, through the lows, through the crashes, through the recessions, through the bubbles popping, just continue to invest in at least the S&P 500, then you will have tremendous gains over the long term. Buffett, now 95 years old, announced his retirement at the May 2025 annual meeting, with Greg Abel set to succeed him on January 1st, 2026. Berkshire.B shares dropped 15% when they announced that, per CNBC data, reflecting investor uncertainty, though Buffett's value investing principles, prioritizing long-term holdings like Apple, which is 40% of the portfolio, are expected to endure under Abel's continuity-focused approach. Shout out Berkshire, man. Those numbers are definitely impressive. All right, we got another piece of news here. It's from Walter Bloomberg on Twitter. This is related to Tesla, not directly, but SpaceX, which is owned by Elon, founded by Elon. This reports a proposed land swap where the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service would transfer 775 acres from the lower Rio Grande Valley National Wildlife Refuge to SpaceX for Starbase expansion in exchange for 692 acres of company land 20 miles away, as detailed in the New York Times article. Conservation groups like the Sierra Club opposed the deal, citing risk to ocelot and jaguarundi habitats in a biodiverse hotspot. While SpaceX urges the swap preserves equivalent ecological value and boosts local jobs in impoverished South Texas. So when SpaceX went and bought that land like 10 years ago, they didn't pick the right spot, because now they wanted 20 miles in the other direction. So now they want to move the wildlife reserve because they chose the wrong spot. Very interesting. Why don't they drop a bag on the wildlife rescue and upgrade it, and maybe that'll help with the swap? Because you got the bag. You definitely got the bag. All right. Our next piece of news comes... So we did have some announcements this morning that definitely moved the market. At 5:30, we had preliminary GDP quarter over quarter. Also, core durable goods orders month over month. Durable goods orders month over month. Preliminary GDP price index quarter over quarter. And we have our first piece of news from our AI partner. Go ahead and tell me about it.
U.S. economic growth loses momentum. Q3 2025 U.S. GDP growth at 4.3% annualized, surpassing forecasts per BEA advance estimates, primarily fueled by consumer spending, but tempered by a 6-week government shutdown from October to November that disrupted federal services and delayed payments. A pre-expiration rush in electric vehicle purchases before the $7,500 tax credit ended on September 30th drove much of the spending surge, as IRS data shows over 1.2 million qualifying EVs claimed credits in Q3 alone, inflating short-term figures. Consumption remains polarized, with high-income households boosting activity amid stock market gains, while lower and middle-income groups face affordability strains from 3.2% inflation per BLS reports, signaling potential sub-2% growth in Q4 as economists like those at the Atlanta Fed Project.
Yeah, the market did not like that announcement because them candles started coming out red as soon as they announced that. But you see what time it is? 6:30, y'all. 6:30. Market open. Let's go. December 23rd, 2025. The market is open. Let's check out our $1 trillion tickers. NVIDIA is up 0.25% at 184.33. Let me put it on a 1 minute chart so y'all can see. A lot of volume in that candle. Look. Yeah. All right. Apple is down a little under break even at 270.91. Google is up 0.25% at 210.65. Microsoft is a little over break even at 485.80. Excuse me one moment. Let me turn up my music. Because I noticed that I had to turn it down when I had AI talking. So that's why I turned it down when AI was talking a moment ago. All right, Microsoft is up 0.25% at 486. Amazon is up almost 1% at 230.64. Meta is right under break even at 661.30. AVGO is up over 0.25% at 342.62. Tesla is up almost 0.25% at 489. TSM is a little over break even at 293.40. Berkshire.B is a little over break even at 500. The VIX has gapped down since market open. Huge gap here. It gapped from 1442 all the way to 1412, y'all. SPY is a little over break even at 684.93. QQQ a little over break even at 619.60. SPX is at break even at 6,875, and the NASDAQ 100 is at break even at 25,450, y'all. All right, let's check out the Fear and Greed Index. Let me hit that refresh. We are in greed, y'all. We are in greed. The Fear and Greed Index has turned green. It has hit greed. It is at 57, y'all. The Fear and Greed Index is at 57. Remember when we started this show, the Fear and Greed Index was at extreme fear. And we've since seen fear leave the market. We've seen prices go close to all-time highs for a lot of our tickers, for the indexes and ETFs as well. All right, our next piece of news from our AI partner, our other AI partner, is regarding Tesla. So let's put Tesla on the screen while we hear our Tesla quote from our analyst here.
UBS analyst Joseph Spack reaffirmed a sell rating on Tesla with a $247 price target and lowered his 4Q25 delivery forecast to 415,000 units from 429,000. This estimate is 5% below the visible alpha consensus of 435,000 but aligns with buy-side expectations of 405,000 to 415,000. UBS notes that Tesla's stock typically reacts to headline delivery beats or misses, even if results meet investor expectations. Tesla is expected to report 4Q25 deliveries on January 2nd.
So that analyst is bearish. So I just wanted to show both sides. I want to report, I'm a bull. I'm a big tech bull. So, I'm going to report bullish news, but I also want to show the other side and report bearish news and bearish analysts that can give their argument. So we're not just all bullish, without thinking about the other side. All right. Next piece of news is from... No, we're not going to do that one yet. Oh, yeah, this is pretty crazy. The price of cars in the U.S. No, we're not going to say that. Before we do that, let's check out the heat map. Amazon up over 1%. It's a lot of gray. A lot of gray on this heat map. A lot of gray and a lot of red. It's not a lot of green. It's probably low volume today. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is just... If you see on the map here, gray means very close to break even. So there's not too much movement going on in the market today. Johnson & Johnson down over 1.5%. Yeah, there's really not too much going on. Let's check out the sectors. All right, XLK, a little under break even at 145.11. XLY, a little under break even at 122.30. XLC up almost 0.25%, thanks to Amazon, at 116.93. XLF is up a little over break even at 55.39. XLV a little under break even at 155.06. XLP is down almost 0.5% at 77.53. XLE is up over 0.25% at 44.33. XLU and XLI are both at break even. XLU 42.47. XLI 157.04. And last, which is least, is XLRE, down almost 0.25% at $40.11. All right, so let's get into the new price for cars in America.
U.S. new vehicle prices have risen 33% since early 2020, from under $38,000 to over $50,000 on average, driven by supply shortages, inflation, and a shift away from sub-$30,000 models, according to Kelley Blue Book and Experian data. Average monthly car payments hit $760 in November 2025, with one-third of buyers opting for 72-month or longer loans, up from 29% last year, pushing some terms to 100 months and increasing total interest costs, per J.D. Power and Experian. Total U.S. auto debt reached $1.66 trillion in Q3 2025, a $300 billion jump from 5 years ago, amid rising delinquencies and economic pressures, prompting calls for affordable options like smaller vehicles to ease consumer strain, as noted by New York Fed and industry experts.
That is crazy. That is insane. That is insane, y'all. What are we talking about? You telling me that people is having 8, 9, and 10-year car loan payments? So when you done paying for your car, is 10 years old, and then you don't even want it no more. You're like, man, let me get a new one. Oh, you know how much interest you're gonna pay on a 10-year car loan? That is insane, y'all. Don't do it. Do not get no 10-year car loan. Do not do it. Unless you got, even if you got A1 credit, the interest rates is too high. Don't even do it. That is insane. All right, next piece of news here. This comes from Earn Your Leisure on Twitter. Data center deals hit a record $61 billion in 2025 as construction accelerates. This is confirmed by S&P Global data through November, surpassing prior years amid surging AI infrastructure needs. This boom, led by M&A and investments in the US and Canada, underscores accelerated construction to meet computational demands from tech giants like Microsoft and Google. While highlighting investment opportunities, the frenzy raises concerns over AI funding, sustainability, and strains on energy grids. Yeah, how are we going to get all the energy to power all these data centers? That's definitely something that needs to be taken into consideration. All right, so let's check out some of the other stocks we like that are outside of the $1 trillion tickers. AMD is down a little over 0.25% at 214.35. Bitcoin is back under 90,000. It's at 87,500. IBIT is down almost 1% at 49.62. Ethereum is back under 3,000. It's down over 2% at 2,942. BMNR is down over 3% at $30. Palantir is up 0.25% at 194.62. Palantir looking very strong. Palantir is trying to head back up to this gap. It does have a huge gap starting at 195.80. If we do get a close into that gap, that may be something to look into. This is what? The gap is from 196 to basically 202. So that's a $6 move. If you can catch it, that's a good move. It may reject before it goes in the gap, and then it may fill the gap halfway before retracing to the entry of the gap before heading back to the upside. Hood is back under 120. Hood is down over 2% today, almost 2.5%. Hood is at 119.51. Grab is at break even at 518. And XLG is up almost 0.25% at 59.47. So we do have some more news. We have some S&P targets for 2026. On the low end, you have Bank of America with a target of 7,100, y'all. 7,100. That's only a 3% gain. That's the lowest target for the big banks. And on the opposite end, we have Oppenheimer with the 8,100 target for the S&P 500 in 2026. And that is 18% to the upside. So no bank is saying that we're going to get another 20% year. Actually, let me see how close we are to a 20% year on the SPY this year. We are only at 17%. So we got to go up 3% to get our third year in a row of 20%. I don't know if we're going to do it. It's already the 23rd. So, but if not, this is a very bullish yearly candle here. Big hammer candle. Very bullish. So, yeah. So let's look at the chart, y'all. So this is SPY on the yearly. So this year is very green, 17%. Last year, phenomenal year, over 23% green. And 23, phenomenal year, over 24% green. 22, worst year since the financial crisis, down 19%. 21, phenomenal year, up over 27%. 2020, good year, up over 16%. 2019, phenomenal year, up 28%. 2018, down year, down 6%. 2017, phenomenal year, up 19%. 2016, average year, up 9%. 2015, almost a flat year, but a little bit red. Almost 1% negative in 2015. So from 2015 to 2025, we're having 7 good years, 1 really bad year. Well, let me start with the bad years first. So in the past 10 years, from 2015 to 2025, we had 7 green years and 3 red years. The first red year I'll talk about was down almost 1%, which is nothing. It's almost break even. And then we had 2 green years after that. And then we had a red year that was down over 6%. And then we had 3 green years. And then we had a red year down 19%. Huge red year. Terrible year. And then we had 3 green years. Are we seeing a pattern here, people? The last time we had 3 green years, we had a horribly red year following. And then if you go before that, when we had a red year, before that red year, we had 2 green years. Let's check it out. Okay, so before 2015, let's go back. We had 3 green years in a row. Not crazy. 2014, 11% up. 2013, phenomenal year, 29% up. 2012, up 13%. Great year. Good year. Above average. Before that, we had nearly a break-even year. Down not even 0.25%. Before that, we had 2 green years. And then before that, we had the financial crisis of 2008. So I'm definitely seeing a pattern here. We have 2 good years and then a red year, or 3 good years and then a red year. So this is 2025 is the 3rd green year, and not green like these other ones. This is the 3rd phenomenally green year. I'm talking up. 23 was up over 24%. 24 was up over 23%. And we are currently up over 17% in 2025. So based on that pattern, 26 might be red, y'all. I'm just saying, based on this pattern, this cycle, it might be red. But then again, why it might not be red isn't it a election year? Not the major election, not the presidential, but the other one. So that is very important to have people feeling very good about the stock market and the economy during election years if you want to get reelected. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. So next piece of news, y'all. Elon. Where's my volume at, bro? Oh no, this clip is tripping. Alright, we'll just skip it. Okay. Since this clip is not playing correctly, let's check out. We had some Instagram clips, right? I had a oh yeah. Let's check it out. Oh yeah. Growth mindset. The M on mindset, I can learn from my mistakes. The I can improve by working hard. The N, I will never give up. The D, I am determined to do my best. S, self-reflection will help me succeed. E, I can overcome challenges with effort. And T, I can train my brain. Growth mindset, y'all. Oh yeah, so remember how I was telling y'all yesterday that on Market Mondays, Ian said he was going to give some money to somebody in the chat. And I just want to show y'all from a few years ago when I actually got some money because I was listening to Market Mondays live and I had put my name into the chat. Check it out, y'all.
I want to announce them so they know so they don't blow y'all up. Happy Herbalist, Matt Richards, T Happer, B Roper 88, Real Live ENT, J Will, King's Top, and Mike Math are the winners of Cash Up tonight.
There it is. You hear it? I was the second one. I was the second name. I'm going to play it one more time.
I want to announce them so they know so they don't blow y'all up. Happy Herbalist, Matt Richards.
Matt Richards. He gave me $250 too, y'all. It was real deal. And next to that post is this post here. I really enjoyed this book, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, Mastering the Inner Game of Wealth, y'all. Definitely, if you haven't checked that out, check it out. I'm pretty sure you can find it on YouTube for free, the audio version. Wonderful book to get your mindset in order. And let's check out this post.
Damn, bro. What you gonna do with all that money?
Make more money.
Okay, and with that money?
Make more money.
And with that money?
Make more money.
We're just gonna keep getting that money, y'all. We're just gonna keep getting it. That's it. And I really like this clip. And check it out.
So look at the stock market and investing. It's like, I'm not saying you have to invest in the stock market, but I can tell you right now, you can't save or work your way to wealth. And people I'm going to save money. Good. How has that gotten you? I'm going to work. Great. That's fine. I have no problem with that. I work in my company too. You cannot solely rely on that. And you can go start your business. I did that too. And it took me a very long time to get to where I am. And it's not for everybody.
There it is, y'all. Real game. Ashley Fox. Go follow her. Go follow her on Instagram and YouTube. She be dropping that real knowledge. She's a multi-millionaire, future billionaire, and she got that game for you. All right. Let's check out our $1 trillion ticker, see where our price is moving to. Let's go back to the 1 minute chart. NVIDIA, a little over break even at 183.90. Apple is up over 0.25% at 271. Google is up over 1% at 313.31. Microsoft a little over break even at 485.72. Amazon over 1.25% at 231.37. Meta is up almost 0.25% at 663. AVGO is down almost 0.25% at 340.78. Tesla a little under break even at 488.50. TSM a little over break even at 293.43. Berkshire.B a little over break even at 500. The VIX is about to break under 14. It's very close. It did for one candle, but then bounced. But right now, the VIX is at 1404. SPY, a little over break even at 685. QQQ, a little over break even at 619. SPX, a little over break even at 6,881. And the NASDAQ 100 at break even at 25,450, y'all. What else? Oh, my flashcards. So these flashcards are created to help beginners who have not started investing yet or are not sure what to do because they don't understand the language of investing. So I created these beginner flashcards. Let me go ahead and hit this link. I'm going to go ahead and put it into the chat. Give me 1 second here, y'all. All right. Click that up. All right. The link is in the chat, y'all. If you want to access my free interactive digital flashcards, all you have to do is hit the link in the chat, y'all. Hit the link in the chat and you can have these flashcards for free. What these flashcards will do, I'm going to go to the first. So you see this drop down menu that I just hit? When you go to the top, it's Stock Market Basics Q&A. What is a stock market? You hit flip and it'll give you the answer and it'll give you an example. Hit next. What is a stock? Just hit flip. It'll give you the answer and it'll give you an example. So in this deck, there's 10 cards. After you finish those 10, you can go to deck number 2. What is a brokerage account? You hit flip. It'll give you the answer and an example. What's the next question? How much money do I need to start investing? You hit flip, it'll give you the answer and an example. And then after you go through all those, you can go through the ABCs of investing. So I did break these up into 5 cards at a time, but if you don't want to go 5 cards at a time, you want to go the whole 26 card deck, you can scroll down here to the bottom, full master deck A through Z. So each letter of the alphabet gets a word associated with it. So you start A for asset, you hit flip, it'll give you the definition, and it'll give you an example. Or you could go backward. Zero commission trading for Z. What does that mean? Hit flip, it'll give you the answer, and it'll give you an example. Yeah, let's keep going backward. Y. Y is for yield. Hit flip, it'll explain what a yield is, and it'll give you an example. So these flashcards are free. I did put them in the chat already. So you can go ahead and click that link and get it for free. You don't have to download anything. All you do, it takes you to the ChatGPT website that I created the cards with. And you are able to look at all these cards for free, no charge. So I am creating another version of the flashcards that is not out yet, that I created with Google Gemini. And this is an example of how it looks, but it's not out yet. And the reason I had to do that was because when I try to add more cards to the ChatGPT one, it kept on giving me error messages. So I'm trying it with Google Gemini now. And before we go, I like to show this again like I did yesterday. This website is Google Learn About. So make sure it says Google Learn About in the top left hand corner. And anything you want to learn about, just go ahead and type it right here. Let's type investing, since this is a stock market show. Investing. All I did was type investing and I clicked enter. Investing is the act of committing resources, typically money, into something with the expectation of generating a future return or gaining value over time. So it gives you the definition, and it also gives you a link to where it got that definition from. It got that definition from BlackRock.com. BlackRock is one of the biggest institutions in the world when it comes to finances. So you can trust their word. Also, the next paragraph came from BlackRock. Think of it like planting a tree. You plant your money, the seed, nurture it, and over time it can grow into a larger amount, which is the actual tree. And then it says why investing matters. And then it tells you why investing matters. And then this information is from Fidelity. Fidelity's been around a long time and is very trusted, y'all. And then this piece actually links you to a YouTube video. So if you don't want to just read, sometimes it links you to YouTube videos. And then it tells you more about it. Why do people invest? People invest for various reasons, but the primary goals are usually to grow wealth, to generate income, and to achieve financial security. Yes, that is absolutely it. That is absolutely it. That is why I invest. Okay, so after you go down a little bit, now it gives you a question to see if you have grasped the concept. Consider the concept of risk in investing. It's important to understand that potential returns are often linked to the level of risk taken. And that is from moneysmart.gov.au. So how might the potential return on an investment relate to the amount of risk involved? So you think of your answer and then you hit tap to reveal to get the answer. So the answer is generally investments with higher potential returns also carry higher risks. Conversely, lower risk investments tend to offer lower potential returns. Okay, so before you continue, it even asks you a question to make sure you grasp the concept. Now it says there's many different ways to invest. Stocks. So you can go ahead and click on this, and then it's going to bring up more information about stocks, y'all. I'm telling you, this website is free and it's wonderful. And you can really learn at your own pace. It even helps you build your vocab like my flashcards.
Share.
A share. What is a share? A single unit of ownership in a fund or company. It even helps you pronounce it, y'all. Come on now. I'm telling you, this website is so good. So remember how we opened that up for stocks? We have all these other ones too. Bonds, mutual funds, ETFs. Test your knowledge. Which of the following investments types represents ownership in a company? Bonds or stocks? See? You see how it questions to make sure you're getting the information? It's so cool, man. It's so cool. You can really learn from here easily. Okay. What do you want to do next? You want to explain the risks associated with investing? How do I start investing? What is diversification in investing? You want it simpler? You want it deeper? You want to get some images? You like to learn with images? I'm telling you, this website is it, y'all. Okay, so remember how when we clicked on stocks, and now it's giving us 4 more potential ways to learn so we can continue our knowledge. Potential for growth. Income generation. Let's click on income generation, y'all. I just want to show y'all this so you can know how good this website is. Even if you don't want to do it for investing, just do it for something else. I just wanted to show you because this is an investing show. This is a stock market show. And I want to show y'all that even if you learn from me, you can still learn from other places. And The way they have this set up is so good. I really like this website, y'all. Okay, so after I clicked income generation, one way investors can generate income from stocks is through dividends. Dividends are payments made by a company to its shareholders out of its profits. I have that card in my deck of AI flashcards. Dividends is one of those. So you can learn from my cards and you can learn from here. You say you're learning from my cards, but you want even more of an explanation, you can get the word from my card and type it into Google Learn About and get a more breakdown of it. You want a simpler breakdown? You want a deeper breakdown? You want some images? I'm telling you, y'all, if you use my cards and you use Google Learn About, you will have the knowledge you need to feel comfortable investing in the stock market, y'all. So I just wanted to share that before I go. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Let's check out the heat map one last time before we go. AVGO down almost 1%. NVIDIA, Apple, Meta, all a little under break even. Microsoft up 0.25%. Google up over 0.5%. Amazon up over 1%. Tesla down almost 0.5%. Berkshire.B, JP Morgan, close to 0.5% to the upside. Visa and MasterCard both up around 1%. Energy is looking red for the most part. All right, that's it, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm going to put the link for the flashcards into the comments as soon as I'm finished recording this live. So what I'm going to do right now is play a couple songs that I created using Suno AI, the best AI music creation platform on the planet. All right, give me a second. I'll just be thinking of these off the top, so I don't know which one I'm going to choose, or which two. So what I normally do is one hip-hop and one melodic. Oh yeah, so not only is this song hip-hop, but it is also motivational as far as working out or just life in general. You got to put in that work when you want to elevate and you want to level up. So this song is called Put In Work, created by Matt Rich's AI Music. Matt Rich's 510 AI Music, y'all. Check me out on YouTube Music. Click on the playlist. This playlist is called Feast or Famine Fitness. So if you need that workout playlist, this is the first song on my workout playlist, but it can also be associated with learning any subject. You got to put in that work if you want to get them gains. Let's go.
Late nights, early mornings, yeah, I'm locked in. Sweat dripping, pain hitting, never give in. They don't see the hours, they just see the glow. But that's the price of greatness, stay ready, let's go. Took them losses, flipped them into game plans. Showed up, baby, never left it the chance. While they were sleeping, I was building the base. Now they wonder how I'm winning the race. Hard days, now that's growth in disguise. Pressure makes diamonds, wise focus on the prize. Only the real ones last in this game. Put in the work for consistent, take it straight to the top. If you ain't built for this, better move aside. This rotate, work, this rotate, pride. Keep putting in time, never quit. That's the only way you ever get rich. Everybody wanna win, but they don't want grind. Everybody love to shine, but they scared of the time. Hey, if you want it, gotta work. Don't stop, stay consistent, take it straight to the top. Everybody wanna win, but they don't want grind. Everybody love to shine, but they scared of the time. Hey, if you want it, gotta work. Don't stop, stay consistent, take it straight to the top.
That's slapping super hard too, y'all. That's slapping super hard. If you play that in the car or play that, I'm playing it off the phone, so you can't really hear the bass, but that thing be slapping. Play that in the car, play that in your headphones. It's definitely wonderful, y'all. All right, so let me find a melodic song. So while I'm playing the song, I'm going to just leave the top 8 charts on the screen. So if you want to see where price is still moving while I play this music, you can do that. Okay. Motivational melodic music. Let's check it out, y'all. What do we want to play? What do we want to play? Oh, this song fire. Well, all these songs fire, but I like this one too. I like them all. Shoot, I made them. Yeah.
We want the crown, but skip building the throne. Chasing dreams with no foundation stones. We want freedom, but reject the order. Want success, but won't cross the border. Of discipline, sacrifice, and truth. The real rules we learn in youth. We want freedom, naivete and slaves. Cause peace compounds and sways better days. Wealth don't answer to emotion or sound. It bows to structure that's solid and profound. Flashing lights, we chase the field. Hot and ready over steady meals. Took the fast lane with no map. Now we circling back, feeling trapped. Cool on the gram, but broke inside. Yeah, fell for the look, didn't glide with stride. OG said build slow, but we roll the dice. Now we paying more than the price. We want freedom, but reject the order. Want success, but won't cross the border. Of discipline, sacrifice, and truth. The real rules we learn in youth. We want freedom, naivete and slaves. Cause peace compounds and sways better days. Wealth don't answer to emotion or sound. It bows to structure that's solid and profound. You can flex for the moment, yeah, but that mirror knows your truth. You can run from the blueprint, but you just stall in your roots. Can't fake growth, can't cheat the climb. Elevation shows up over time. Legacy don't grow on sin. It's built by a disciplined hand. We want freedom, but reject the order. Want success, but won't cross the border. Of discipline, sacrifice, and truth. The real rules we learn in youth. We want freedom, naivete and slaves. Cause peace compounds and sways better days. Wealth don't answer to emotion sound. It bows to structure that's solid. Don't need fame if it costs your peace. Don't need flash if you can't sleep. Wealth walks with those who yield to truth that don't shine but builds. Don't need fame if it costs your peace. No, don't need flash if you can't sleep. Wealth walks with those who yield to truth that don't shine but builds. Don't need fame if it costs your peace. Don't need flash if you can't sleep. Wealth walks with those
Oh, one more song, y'all. Just because it's Tuesday, and we about to listen to Wall Street Trapper at 4 p.m. live on YouTube. Wall Street Looks Like Us Now Network is the YouTube channel. I actually made a song because I enjoyed his show so much, and he taught me so much about investing. I made a song called Trappin' Tuesdays to the Bay. You feel me? Check it out, y'all. This is the last one, for real.
Light up the screen, that candlestick flicker. Diarrhea, high feet grinding to get richer. Pumping that E40 stocks climb quicker. Wall Street Trapper, mentor, no slicker. Bounce to swing, cash flow sing. Knee deep in charts, diamond ring bling. Patreon pride, late print king. New Orleans OG, that knowledge bring. Trapping Tuesday, and games and plays. Wall Street wizard, pave the way. Generation shifts, future sway. Black nation rise, wealth relay. Racing dreams with that hyphy beat. Hope that us will never accept defeat. Stock market genius, options elite. Kind of Marks, education meets. From Urban Street to Frisco's Bay. Guidance divine, dollar spray. Trapper code, no delay. Legacy secure, pave the way. Pitch the masses, cash in hand. Charts and graph, financial plan. Crypto to blue chips, gold dust spans. Trapper's advice, always on brand. Trapping Tuesday, the games and plays. Wall Street wizard, pave the way. Generation shift, future sway. Black nation rise, wealth relay. From the line to the shine, our journey clear. Trapping Tuesday, overcoming fear. Wall Street strategies, mastering the art. Generation shifting with every smart start. Black nation thriving, in unity we stand. Wealth relay strong, building our brand. Futures bright, in the light we play. Wall Street Trapper, showing the way. Trapping Tuesday, the games and play. Wall Street wizard, pave the way. Generation shift, future sway. Black nation rise, wealth relay. From the line to the stocks, changing the game. Wall Street hustle, fortune no fame. Trapping Tuesday, making our mark. Generations rise, igniting the spark. Black nation strong, wealth in our hands. Building legacies, taking a stand. Financial freedom in our grasp. Trapper hotline where questions asked. Trapping Tuesday, the games and plays. Wall Street wizard, pave the way. Generation shift, future sway. Black nation rise, wealth relay. Trapping Tuesday, the games and plays. Wall Street wizard, pave the way. Generation shift, future sway. Black nation rise, wealth relay. We print money. We trapping. We print money. We trapping. We print money. We trapping. We print money. We trapping.
That thing slapping, huh? For real, though. Shout out Trap, man. Can't wait to soak up the knowledge on the live show. But that's it, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Hope you learned something today. And we'll see you tomorrow. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings.